So here today I wanted to show you how to calculate percent yield based on a formula where we calculate the theoretical yield and use results from lab, which is our actual yield, to calculate the percent yield. So here we have a very simple equation. It's already balanced. You notice that we start with 3.0 grams of iron. We have an excess of sulfur, and then we're going to produce some iron sulfide. Our question is then, how much iron sulfide should we get? So we use our stoichiometry calculations to help us out. So in this case, we go down and we lay out our grid like we normally do. And we start with our 3.0 grams of iron. We convert that here from grams of iron into moles of iron. We bring our units down, moles of iron to moles of iron sulfide, and then moles of iron sulfide to grams of iron sulfide, or iron 2 sulfide. And that'll give us an answer. Now, we have two types of conversions, our mole to gram conversions here, and then we have just our mole to mole conversions right here. Well, those are pretty easy to do, so let's plug those numbers in here and see what we get. So the 55.8 grams comes from the molar mass of iron off of the periodic table, and we always have 1 mole of iron being 55.8 grams. For our moles to moles, notice that we have a coefficient of an understood 1 up in front of the iron in the balanced reaction equation, and a 1 in front of the iron 2 sulfide. And then finally, for our last gram to mole conversion, we know that 1 mole of iron 2 sulfide is 87.8 grams. We get that by adding the mass of iron and sulfur from the periodic table to each other in a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, when we do this, we get an answer of 4.72 grams of iron 2 sulfide. This is our theoretical yield. So that's how much we should get, how much iron 2 sulfide we should produce if we use 3.0 grams of iron. Now, in lab, we would have to do this investigation. And when we get this, we get some iron 2 sulfide and we put it on the balance. And when we do that, let's say that we produce 4.48 grams of iron 2 sulfide. So I just made that number up, but that would be our actual yield. Okay, so we got that number in lab. Now, to calculate then the percent yield, we do the actual yield over the theoretical yield times 100 to get the percent. Okay, now, and I noticed something right here. Now let's fix that. There we go. Although it's the wrong color, it'll still work. Okay, so we put our numbers in, and then we get this. So 4.48 grams, which is our actual yield, divided by our theoretical yield, 4.72 grams of iron 2 sulfide, times 100, and that produces a 95% yield. So that's how we get the percent yield. So just take your lab results divided by your theoretical results based on the stoichiometry, and then that'll give you your percent yield. All right, so there's the whole problem, and good luck.